A minor leaguer is assigned temporarily to a new role. Always looking to fill needs, clubs will explore every way a prospect might be capable of contributing. And when team needs collide with a player's expectations, a game of dreams also becomes a game of choices. This player with strong convictions finds out a team can have convictions too.
And now with one away, they'll make a move for their bench as we'll see a pinch runner take over at second base. Here now to hit is Ramon Flores. He was 1 for 4 with a triple in the ball game last night.
Ramon Flores.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. The season off to a good start on the road.
Well, Matt, they're not going to run bases. They'll take the extra base if they need to, but they don't run much. They're a team that sits there. They're going to be a lot base to base, rely a lot on the power. This is a total contrast to what we've been seeing throughout the league the last couple of years.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Bay Bears lead it 2-0. Digging in the switch hitter, James Jordan. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Into the windup and the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. On the ground to the right side. To his right, Trent. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jose Herman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jose Herman.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Grounded to short. Throw gets him, 2 down. Ready for another chance. Eric Gagnon. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Gagnon.
A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Now a hard liner toward short, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Striding in once again, Lorne Bordick. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Jordan. Right. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. Digging in to try it again. James Jordan. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jordan.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Nunez Rounds the corner and is headed home. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's a 3-3 game.
Well, that's a nice hit. We're right back where we started with that RBI base hit. The game is tied.
Digging in once again, Dwight Santiago. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Dwight Santiago.
Count now. Here's the 2-1. Sinking line drive out to right center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Well, he comes up with the big RBI hit right there and puts them ahead in this ball game. If they can keep a lead, get to that bullpen, they got a shot to win this
The
game.
right fielder, number 33.
Ready once again, Ramon Flores. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ready on 1 and 2. Looped out toward third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, that right there shows how strong he is. That ball got in on him, but he fought it off a little soft liner to fall in the outfield.
Stepping up now, Jose Herman. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Herman.
And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. At the bench so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball grounded to 2. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in and looking for more, James Jordan. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is fouled at the plate. The 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Herman on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half, and we are all tied 5-5. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Herman.
Center fielder, Jose Herman.
First viewer LOL.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full, and we are all tied 5-5. Ready for another shot now. Emilio Mercado. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Penis.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. Bravo is on his way home. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Well, that base hit right there gives them 2-run cushion. When you have a 2-run cushion late in the game, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
James Jordan.
James
it's so big.
Is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
You know, something to keep in mind. They're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Bravo has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
They left no runners on base. For the Bay Bears, no run, just 1 hit.
And a change coming up here defensively as we'll have a new shortstop enter the game now. Stepping up to the plate, Eric Gagnon. The average for him entering play, not far 200. Hit on the ground, threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. He will go to shortstop covering, and they do get the force at second. That was not an easy play. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Digging in,
The batter,
James
number 7.
Jordan.
Shortstop, James Jordan.
First pitch on its way. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Well, Matt, this is a situation in last night's game. They didn't do a very good job driving in runs. Now, in this game, you capitalize on it. You grow from your mistakes and be able to come back and deliver in this one here.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. So coming to the plate, Emilio Mercado comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-2 pitch. And my gracious, that really drilled him as it rolls toward the first baseline.
I like it. Hard line drive on the fastball, hit off the fastball, and good thing.
Coming to the plate now, Enrique Amaya. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rock. But clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Stepping into the box, James Jordan. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jordan.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he pops it up back behind second base. Drake is there, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Mississippi's out in front, 3-1. Now at the plate, Garrett Trent. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Garrett Trent.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hard on the ground. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Settling in now, Vernon Garcia. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Vernon Garcia.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 7th inning coming up. Mississippi leads it 3-1. Ready now, James Jordan. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
James Jordan.
Into the windup and the pitch. Line towards center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, come on, man. 8th inning, he was getting me nervous. This looked like this might be his last at bat and his last opportunity.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. But he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with 1 away. Standing in,
Now
Dwight
batting,
Santiago.
Patrick.
Spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those back.
Meanwhile, this ball gets thrown into third, and he is in there. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Well, that base hit right there gives them 2-run cushion. When you have a 2-run cushion late in the game, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
Now in the box,
Now
James
batting.
Jordan.
Shortstop, James Jordan.
A throw behind the runner at second, but the runner's back easily. Hey now.
Hey, great pitch right there. As a pitcher, you don't want hitters to get too comfortable in that batter's box. That pitch in now might set up some pitch outside.
Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he's back easily. 1 out and a runner on second base. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Gagnon is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for
The
themselves.
final line score for our ball game for the victorious Bay Bears. 8 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base.
And a change coming up here defensively as we'll have a new shortstop. Into the box now.
Leading off for the Bay
James
Bears.
Jordan. He's
Shortstop.
back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting
Jordan.
out last night's game. They'll start the second with a curveball that's taken here for ball 1. Here it comes. Hard hit to first. Trent has it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team, brought to you by Majestic.
Now at the plate, Nino
Batting
Bravo.
seventh.
Couple of hits
Left
for him in
fielder,
4 trips to the
Nino
plate last night.
Bravo.
Drilled to the left side, and that's through for a hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Well, he rolled over that one. Not the most impressive single, but it's a line drive in the book.
In now, James
batter, number
Jordan.
7.
He's 0 for 1
Shortstop.
thus far.
James
First
Jordan.
pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Herman is after it. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball. At the plate, Jose
Now batting,
Herman. He hit a
center
sac fly
fielder.
earlier.
Jose Herman.
Well, there's a little 2-out base hit. Maybe start a little 2-out rally. Now he's giving up some runs. He's a little vulnerable.
Standing in,
Leading off for the Bay
James
Bears.
Jordan. 0
Shortstop.
for 1 with a run batted in
James
thus far.
Jordan.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
8-game streak. He's swinging the bat really well.
Stepping in, Ryan Lamar. He started
The
out the
batter,
evening
number
0 for 2
44.
so far.
Designated hitter Ryan Lamar.
Left side. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Oh, the changeup executed nicely, and he's still got a ground ball. They got the base hit. He got his ground ball. He did everything he wanted to do. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for him.
The right fielder number 33.
Here now to hit is Ramon Flores. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a double steal try here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. Digging in, Buster Ferris. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Getting a few steps off at second there. Now the pitch. This one's down to third. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the hole. So digging in now, Hideki Nishii. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Nishii.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded to short. To his left, Jordan. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We're through 6 full, and we are tied. At the plate, James Jordan.
7.
He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Back in standing. And this is high, a ball and a strike. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Line drive to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Another hit, another multi-hit game. He has been on some kind of hot streak. They better start paying attention to him.
Striding into the box, Ryan Lamar. He singled his last time. Pitch on 2-2. Runners going. Hit down the third base line. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And he will beat the throw. It's second and third now with nobody out. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. So striding forward now, Ramon Flores. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. This is popped up. Mercado is under it, and he's got it for the first out. So stepping in, Buster Ferris. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's 5-2.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big, well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one.
A recently benched player receives a call from his representative. Who wants to see his advisee get back on the playing field. His counsel, patience, and flexibility. The player has reservations about being moved from his preferred role. The road to the show is not always a straight or predictable one. A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Mobile Mario Delgado, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, he's got interesting numbers, and if you look at his strikeouts to walk ratio, it's 1-1, so it's not bad. It means he throws strikes, but he doesn't have...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. It's on to the bottom of the first. Coming to the plate now, James Jordan. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that. That's in there. Base hit. Carmona is on his way home. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. Striding into the box, Dwight Santiago. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not. Comes the 2-0 pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
He picked a good pitch to run on at that time, and it really paid off. A changeup down in the zone is a really tough pitch for the guy behind the plate to catch and throw on, so he didn't stand much of a chance there.
Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that.
Runner's on his way to third. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and there were 2 down. The home team lines up in this one. HR, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, I think the key here is get runners on early and score score as often as you can. Get that pitcher in the score.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Stepping in and ready for another shot, James Jordan.
James Jordan.
First offering on its way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes on 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Dias is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Ready for another chance?
Now
Jeff
batting.
Felder
Left
comes
fielder.
into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Felder.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. On the ground to third. On it goes right through him into left field.
Man, that's a nice at bat. Found himself down 0-2, and he just continues to fight. Fought off pitches, gets a 2-2 count.
Digging in to try it again, James Jordan. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Hard on the ground towards short. Schroeder fields it cleanly. No problem here. 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Jeff Felder.
Left fielder. Jeff Felder.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Left side. Throw gets him at first, and that was a magnificent play.
Oh, that's just an excellent play that time. Super high degree of difficulty on that one. And as an added bonus, not only does he get the out at first.
Digging in once again, Warner Brantley. 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one.
Warner Brantley.
Grounder down the line at third. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
What a great swing. That ball got back as far as he could.
Ready once again, James Jordan. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Sent on the ground out to second. And he's retired here, 1 away. Striding in once again, James Jordan. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Oh, ground ball up the middle. That's going to score a run right there. That's a nice job of just staying up the middle, not trying to pull a ball or get out in front. Just stay up the middle, and it paid off.
Grounded to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, it's never easy to win games on the road, so they are very happy with this win.
First for the victorious Jumbo Shrimp. 8 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Bay Bears, 6 runs.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. Striding in, James Jordan. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. And Harold, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Here we are at the bottom of the first, and they've been playing well, and it looks like that good baseball is going to continue. They already find themselves leading 2-0 at the bottom of the first inning. They're playing good right now.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I like the high fastball 0-2. Now I know he's sitting 1-2, but you showed him a great fastball. Now he's got to honor that, and you can set him up with anything.
A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. At the plate, Jack Eller, and as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Drilled on the ground to short. Schroeder is up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Danger averted. Standing in, Stuart Bowles. He takes his first trip to the plate here, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Big A is under this one, and there's the second out of the inning. Digging in, James Jordan.
Leading off the 4th inning, third baseman, James Jordan.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
This is line to left. Bowles has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be.
Stepping into the box, Geronimo Diaz. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. To third. Oh, what a stop. He's up with it. The throw. It's in time. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Digging in the switch hitter, James Jordan. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Jordan.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
Has a look. Now the pitch. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back to avoid the double play. In now, James Jordan.
Third baseman, number 7, James Jordan.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner. Foul. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Sliced hard on the ground. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Rich Schroeder. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Jordan is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Jumbo Shrimp. 4 runs.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Mobile Bay Bears. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Casey Letier will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, I look at his stat line, Matt. I look at his whip, and it's just above league average. And that tells me he struggles just a little bit this year. If he can keep runners off the base paths and not pile up a lot more than maybe the one or a little bit above an inning, then he's got a chance to win. So keeping the traffic limited is in this game.
A barehanded pickup. Safe. Unable to get it out after the... Now in the box, James Jordan. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. A dive, but he's back. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll move ahead to the top of the second now. The Jumbo Shrimp lead it. Striding in once again, Luis Hernandez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Hernandez
on the ground to third. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth. Digging in for his second at bat, James Jordan. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jordan.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Felder sprinting after it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rich Schroeder. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Schroeder
down the third baseline. Played on the back. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in once again, James Jordan. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
James
drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
That pitch right there, Matt, 100%. Every hitter, listen to this, every hitter in the game, he's throwing a first pitch strike to. That's ridiculous.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Price giving chase. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and they're ready for another chance. Luis Hernandez. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air. Jordan is over, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Not too many more shots. Ready for another shot now. Rich Price.
Number 2. Rich Price.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. To third. Jordan scoops it up. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. Digging in to try it again. James Jordan. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1 on the ground to the right side. And it's a productive first out as that runner is able to advance 90 feet up to third. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he ended up handing things off to his bullpen buddies in the 9th, but still.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight we've got a good in now. James Jordan comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Swing on a little tapper. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
At the plate, Jesus
Batting
Carmona.
fourth.
Couple of hits for
Center
him in
fielder,
4 trips to the plate last night.
Carmona.
Hit hard on the ground to first. One there. Back to first, but he wasn't able to set his feet that time as he gets knocked down, and they only get one. Stepping into the box,
Third
James
baseman, number
Jordan.
7. James Jordan.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Big on the move. He gets there. Digging in the switch hitter, James Jordan. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Matt, I thought they were working around him right here, and he went out and swung at a ball that wasn't even in the zone. So now he's letting his pride get in the way. If they're going to walk you, let them walk you.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Rodriguez has a read on it. And the inning is over. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Now batting, Jason Haynes. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Haynes.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it, and the underhanded throw gets him for the out. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Ready once again, James Jordan. And they're down to their final 4 outs here.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Well, that's another single, his 2nd hit of the game. He's having a good May. You know, you start looking at May as a player and you say, I'm partway through the season. I'm starting to get settled in. This is a great start to the year. He's over 300. He's off to a great start.
Now to the plate, Jesus Carmona. And the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Here now to hit is for the guy on the mound.
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take the deep.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
Hey, multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern. Into the box now, James Jordan. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Matt, this club's interesting. They've been winning lately, and if you look at their record, they're now close to 500. If they keep winning, they're going to get above that, but they've come a long way just to get to that number right now.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 2-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Bake on the move. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Standing in, Jesus Carmona. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Ripped down the first base line. A throw to the plate, and he's out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. At the plate, Dwight Santiago. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. The 1-0 delivery. Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher. Second and third, 2 away. Seared down the first baseline. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. So striding forward now, James Jordan.
James Jordan.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Well, this is how rallies start. You get one man on, then you get the base hit. Look, it's still early. I know they're down by a lot, but, man, this is how little things add up. They need to score this inning, and then from there continue to add on.
Jesus Carmona.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bowles moves over. And that's the 3rd out. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Digging in, James Jordan.
Number 7.
He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Now it's 2-0.
Well, that's good hitting. You know why? Because he's looking for one specific pitch. Those pitches are close. It looks like to us he's laying off them, but they're not what he wants, so he didn't swing.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
So he took advantage of the young guy right there. He continued to throw fastballs. First one, second one, then he got the base hit on the 3rd one. Don't be afraid to mix in a curveball.
Now batting.
At the plate, Jesus Carmona. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bake makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Stepping up now, James Jordan. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut in. Stepping into the box, now Geronimo Diaz.
First baseman, Geronimo Diaz.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. To third. Beautiful diving stop. He's up with it. The throw. Hey now.
Oh, that's just an excellent. Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, it's never.
This young team is introduced to one of baseball's lowest feelings, ending a series with nothing to show in the win column.